What is happening, sports fans? Happy Saturday, people. It's your host, Matt Bellman from the DFS 5-Pack, rocking it solo Saturday morning, April 28th. My partner, Ryan, is doing some fun stuff with his family. He's got his son's birthday, so we'll let him enjoy that, and we'll rock out this dual baseball slate today. Hopefully everyone had a real good night last night. Real exciting night. That's what you get with 14 games. A lot of stuff happening everywhere. DeGrom was awesome. The Reds and Twins were awesome. The Tigers were not awesome. So just depending on where you went, really determined how you ended up. Thank you, Joey Votto, for carrying me in every lineup I made. I will continue to use Votto until he shows me that he is not on fire anymore. Right now, he's the best hitter in the game at this current moment. So Joey Votto, thank you very much. Looking ahead to this early slate, we've got 8 games on here. I'm upset that Johnny Cueto got taken off this slate because I liked him a lot. He was definitely going to be someone I talked about. So kind of as a teaser to the night slate. But we work with what we got here. And starting at pitching, we're going to talk about Patrick Corbin. Now, a couple starts ago, was I necessarily buying everything he was selling? No, because he's been in the league for a while. We know who this guy is. He had shown high highs before, but also really low lows. Well, that San Francisco start where he threw out 44 really had my attention on him. And then I watched a lot of his last start against San Diego. And yeah, the Padres aren't good, but to throw up 34 against any major league team is really good. And that's what he's averaging right now. He's averaging 33 points a game. He's just dominant. He's been the best pitcher in the NL, no question about it, so far to start the year. The Ks are extremely high. You see that 11, 8, 9, and 12. Throwing a lot of pitches each time out. As much as we talk about Robbie Ray, and I'm a huge Robbie Ray fan, there's no question that Corbin's been the much better pitcher this year. We'll see if this can continue. But facing a Washington team that I'm not necessarily afraid of right now. Do I want to go out of my way to target them like some of the bad teams? No. But with no Daniel Murphy, no Rendon against lefties, they got some holes in their lineup right now. They're not swinging a great bat. And Corbin right now, while I don't want to go this far, seems matchup proof. Would I play him here if it was a matchup against maybe Houston? Maybe not, but Washington's far from that at this current moment. I like Corbin a lot. The price tag's up there, but when looking at him versus Carrasco, it's a no-brainer for me. I like Corbin a lot more. Speaking of Carrasco, let's head down to second base here. So at second base, we talked about him on our members-only video. Yoan Moncada is a great play here, facing the righty call-up in Oaks. Moncada is just crushing the baseball. I think Cano is a really nice pivot and drop-down option for Moncada at 3.7. Carrasco's awesome, but I don't love this spot for him. And while I don't want to pick on him per se, this is just too cheap for a Hall of Famer in Cano. Should have had a home run a couple nights ago. It was called a double. Had been swinging a hot bat before last night. That's what Corey Kluber will do to you. I think Cano is just way too cheap here. We saw him, it was only a little bit over a week ago where he was 5K in Houston. So he was 4.9. It's not on there anymore because it was 11 games ago, I guess. But we're getting a massive discount in Cano here. I think we can rock with him. And as a nice one-off, I don't want to stack Seattle, but Cano's got power potential every time he laces them up. I like Cano at 3.7 a lot here as a salary cap saver, which is quite rare. Speaking of cap savings, we're going to look at my boy Daniel Descalso. Dude's been balling for me, has won me a bunch of money this week. Look at the game log, 13, 9, 4, and 18. Dude's 2.8, starting, going to be batting 5th against Jeremy Hellickson. Yes, please. I mean, this is a keep it simple, stupid for me. Yeah, you're foregoing a lot of other options at third base to play Descalso there or at second base, wherever you choose. But the floor upside is just awesome here at 2.8. I mean, there's no reason this guy should be 2.8 under 3K. It just makes no sense for how he's playing. Lock him in. Next, my favorite shortstop and one of my favorite plays in the entire day is going to be Francisco Lindor. We got to get some Cleveland exposure against Mike Leake. Now, I do think he settles down after getting absolutely shelled by the White Sox, but this is not a good spot for him in Cleveland. The bat started getting going last night. Lindor, about as hot as it gets right now in that Cleveland lineup. Look at the game log, double digits in 3 straight, 18, 11, and then 22 last night. Absolutely tearing the cover off the ball. He's expensive, but when we spend down elsewhere, we can definitely afford him. So give me some Lindor at 4.9. Lastly, we're going to go to this Cincinnati-Minnesota game, and you know I want exposure here. And while Votto is obviously my top piece of the Reds, a guy that I have a ton of interest in is Scott Schebler. He looks good. You know, as sad as it is, he's one of the Reds' top hitters. He makes their lineup go. He's a lefty power bat off Odorizzi. He's playing really well since he's returned. 18 last night. I know seemingly everyone on the Reds got 15 plus last night, but Schebler was a big part of what they did. I like Schebler a lot at 3.6 here. He's another salary cap saver that we can use. Bunch of outfield options, and he's a guy that I like a lot, and I'm going to be plugging into as many lineups as I can. Like I said, I just want Reds exposure. Power lefty going against Odorizzi. The Cincinnati, I love when teams, hit really well the night before and then play early the next day, and that's what we have here. I'm going to go right back to Cincinnati, use that Votto Schebler stack, and let's get it today, guys. We'll have some info out for the main slate in a little bit here, and thanks again. Good luck. You want more info, more content, more videos, all that fun stuff, sign up today, the DFS5pack.com. We're crushing it. I know I almost took down a GPP last night. I know Devin was close, our buddy Yost, so let's get it tonight, guys. Thanks.